Hello and welcome to Setting Up Windows Part 2. Now in this video I'm going to cover how to remove Microsoft Edge from your computer, or from your desktop at the very least. And then I will cover how to install your browser add-ons or extensions. So first we're going to go ahead and get rid of Microsoft Edge. So we're going to go down here to where it is on the taskbar and right click it and unpin from taskbar. So that just hides it from your view from the taskbar. Now if you have an icon over here that is that says Microsoft Edge, you want to go ahead and right click, delete. Now I'm not going to do that because that's Word, but you can do that on your Microsoft Edge shortcut on the desktop. And that should essentially eliminate Microsoft Edge. Now the next thing you want to do is set up your default browser. So go ahead and go into either Firefox or Google Chrome, depending on which one you use the most, but I would recommend Google Chrome. Go ahead and full screen that. So it gives you the option to sign in if you want to. You don't have to, but to set it up as the default, you come up here to these three dots, click on that, and you go down here to Settings. Alright, then you scroll down to where it says Default Browser. And then Google Chrome is actually my default browser on this computer, but it should give you a link to click that will allow you to change what your default browser is. And that is how you do that with Google Chrome, or to make that your default browser. So I close out of those. Let's go into Firefox and make it our default browser. So for Firefox, we go over here to these bars. It'll say Open Menu if you hover on top of it. Go ahead and click, then Options, and right here in Startup, it says Firefox is not your default browser. You go ahead and click Make Default, and it'll open that up. So you go here, and Google Chrome is my default, but if I want it to be Firefox, I go ahead and click on it, scroll down, and select Firefox from it. And then that automatically sets Firefox as my default browser. So when you click on something that wants to open up a web page, Firefox is what it will go to. So I'm going to go ahead and reset this back to Google Chrome, as this is not my personal computer. And go ahead and exit out of that. And we can go ahead and exit out of this. And yes, close tabs. So that is how to set your default web browser. Now we will go back to Chrome and go ahead and click on these. Go to Settings, and over here, go to Extensions. And it will show you all the extensions that you currently have. So I have Google Docs and all that, but you can go ahead and go up here. And I would highly recommend adding an ad block to your Chrome browser. So we go ahead and type in ad block. Oh. Okay, that's apparently not the right spot. So let's go back over here. Oh, Open in Chrome Web Store is where it is. So it opens up this guy, and it shows you all the recently updated editor's picks. It's essentially like Google's version of iTunes or the Apple Store. And then you go over here to search the store. Then we type in the ad block. Go ahead and click on the first one they give us. So we want this very first one, ad block. We'll go over here and click add to Chrome. And go ahead and add extension. And it pops up a new tab, just saying it's installing it, and it's just done. And then this is optional. You completely don't have to pay anything. So you can go ahead and close that tab. And if you look over here, it shows that we have ad block on our Chrome browser. So if we click that, it'll show us all the details. So if you do want to allow ads on one page, say go ahead and pause on this site. But usually you don't have to, and I wouldn't worry about it, honestly. And you can repeat that process in the same way. Just go ahead and go over here and type in whatever extension you want. One thing I like to use a lot, because I like spelling and all that, is Grammarly. Oh, there it is. Spelt it wrong. Which is this guy right here. And obviously you can search for whatever you want. There is an ad blocker for YouTube, all kinds of things. But anyway, that is how you add extensions to your Chrome browser. And I would highly recommend that AdBlock Plus, or AdBlock. Alrighty, and that covers part 2 of the Setting Up Windows video series. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for part 3.